So what we've seen with COVID-19, and I've seen this in our own organisation and around the women we work with, is all the barriers that existed before are just amplified. So we've seen women being the primary people having to stay at home, do the homeschooling, teaching children. When women predominantly work part-time or in roles where they earn less than their partner, it seems obvious then that they need to give up that role to stay home and do the home duties or look after the children or take care of all those responsibilities. So what's happening is we're seeing women retreat more from public space, retreating from the workplaces and back into the home and becoming invisible. And particularly, again, if we think of women who face disadvantage, so they have less economic participation, they don't have access to Wi-Fi, they don't have access to computers, perhaps they're not as computer literate, they don't have the confidence to engage, perhaps even in their work role in the same way at home. Perhaps there's violence at home. They've got children they're not managing well, so they're just forced back into the home. I think it's just increasing women's invisibility. And we all know, for all of us, if we're not actively participating in society, we lose our confidence. We don't feel as assured as we might have before. And so we doubt ourselves. If we're not mixing with people again, we're being affected by anxiety. Mental health issues affect how we feel about ourselves. And so it's like women's world becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and they become more invisible and their voice is less heard. And it's actually really hard to come out of that. And we've heard a lot. I'm sure we've heard it from our friends. We all know people who have really been impacted by the isolation, not being able to get the support from colleagues, being disconnected from families, and they're just feeling diminished. And so we're just seeing a magnification of all the issues that have always existed for women, just creating more barriers and more barriers. And it's actually really concerning about how we're going to redress that and how we're going to help women feel valued and create the access again to opportunities to come out.